Well, we're back at it again with another Spielberg film. This one's basically Ghost, but set during like a wartime, and just kind of less interesting. But today we're going to be talking about Always. Always was released in 1989. It was written by Jerry Belson and directed by Steven Spielberg. No spoilers, but the general idea here is it stars Richard Dreyfuss, who plays Pete, and he dies in a plane crash because he is a plane firefighter. You know, those planes that like fly above the fire and then they shoot deterrent or whatever at it. I don't really know how it works. And it's about his wife. I think they're wives. Yeah, they're married. Holly Hunter, who plays Dorinda. And essentially he dies and he follows her around. It's been a few years since his passing, and he follows her around as a ghost. And he is trying to influence her life. He's saying, you know, there's this other boy that she's kind of talking to, and he's lenient about whether or not he should get with her. And then also trying to teach her that it's okay to move on. And it's kind of this weird jumble of mixed messages that I received. And that's kind of the big thing I have to say is, there isn't a clear enough purpose for the film. Like, I don't know what exactly Spielberg's plan was. Like, I don't know what it was trying to tell me. I guess I kind of thought that it's okay to move on. Like, that's what I learned. But Dreyfuss's character doesn't exactly push that on her as much as I think that maybe he should have, because it sent some mixed signals. Because of course he's going to be upset that he's with her, but he didn't seem that upset. And I don't know if I should blame Spielberg or Dreyfuss for this, but it's just not very well done, particularly that relationship between Dreyfuss and Holly Hunter's character here. I think that the main issue that I had was it lacked a lot of, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem special. And from the beginning of the movie, it's kind of already in a little bit of a tatter here, because she doesn't like that he goes up into the air, and she would like to do it as well. But also, you know, maybe they could both move and learn how to, they could be teachers to teach it instead of like trainees. But I don't know, I just didn't like it enough. Like, I didn't like their characters enough to care a whole lot when he died. I was like, okay, he's gone. That's kind of the whole point of the movie, moving on. And what also is kind of upsetting is that, like, she doesn't even really care. John Goodman's character cares more than I think she does. And he plays a really fun character here. Actually, really good spotlight for him in this film. I really appreciated the work that he put into this. But for the most part, all of the performances are kind of lacking. And I do have to kind of think that is because there isn't a clear enough message to be received. Another issue, at least watching this in 2021, is that there are other films that have done this better. Like, a few. I mean, Ghost, to name the big one, although I think that might have came out before this, but I don't remember. I think Ghost was 90s, but I could be wrong. But that one was similar, right? I have a review on the channel if you want to check that out. I love that movie. But the general idea with that one is he dies, and he's trying to, you know, help her figure out who the killer was, and, like, all that kind of stuff. And that's a way more interesting, like, premise than this. This just kind of felt like this weird way of getting this ghost movie out, right? And I don't know, it didn't work. There wasn't enough elements of emotional depth, right? There's a couple moments where you can kind of see he has an influence on people. He can like whisper in their ear and they'll say what he's saying, and that's kind of cool, but not exactly helpful for any of the situations they find themselves in. And then at the end, there's like this kind of heart-to-heart that Dorinda has with Pete when Pete's a ghost, and she kind of starts to realize that he is there with her. But at that moment, I just don't really care. I'm like, yeah, fine. I guess she now knows. It doesn't make a difference for me. I didn't love a lot of the relationships. And that being said, I mean, it's not a bad movie. Like, it's fine. I think a lot of the music's really good. It's just not particularly memorable and not particularly good. So I'm going to go ahead and give Always a C+. Have you seen Always? Let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. I own it on Blu-ray. It came as part of a Steven Spielberg collection. You can see it over there by my movie cups. But it's not bad, but it's also not good. But let me know in the comments below what you thought. I want to hear your thoughts. I love talking to you guys in the comments, so definitely throw one down there. Please consider subscribing. Once we get to 200, I'm going to be doing an 8-hour-long live variety show, so let me know, you know, in the comments below. Be like, oh, hey, I subscribed, and then I'll like that, and I'll say thanks. But please consider doing so. It really does help me out a whole lot. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.